welcome to Occupying Architecture. So this is an idea. We want to do a vlog about architecture, but more specifically about how we inhabit architecture. So I think with a lot of culture, you kind of consume it in little fragments, in bits of your day. So kind of say with a novel or with a film or music or poetry or something like that. It's something that you experience in small quantities, whereas with architecture it's something that or maybe space more generally, it's something you're experiencing all day, kind of every day. So you wake up in your house, you walk around your house, get ready for work, get in the car or walk, bike, go to work, go through that landscape which is quite often curated in itself, as it were. When you arrive at work, and all of this stuff you do probably it's quite habitual, whereas it's not until you go somewhere like a cathedral or go for a walk on a cliff or something like that that you really kind of experience the awe of a space and become kind of acutely aware of the space's effect on you and your body and your mind. What I think we really wanted to do is take those kind of smaller, more everyday moments and really kind of try and examine them and look at them very simply, very simple moments like a kind of the entrance or threshold between inside and outside of a space, or it might be a window seat or something, and really examine the kind of the effect that has on us as humans. So the way that the physical world affects our kind of our inner world and the way we feel and experience. So we thought we'd do a very quick one to start with in the office. It's the end of the day here, everyone else has left, which I think is quite a good time to kind of talk about the occupation of this space, sort of maybe paradoxically with no one in it. But so our very first office, we had a table in the middle, and then around the outside we had a series of desks that all faced out to the wall. And so what we could do is everyone had their own sort of private working space, looking out a kind of window, but when we then wanted to get together, everyone just kind of spun round on their chairs, and there was the table in the middle. And this worked really, really well as an office, and we kind of wanted to do something similar here. The space felt a bit too big to totally replicate that, but we decided we'd do that a little bit more in bays. And the idea with this is you kind of try and encourage as much social interaction between people. So people have the social interaction over the desk this way, but also with their work colleague who's in this kind of same area as them. Which seems to really work and kind of encourage that. The other thing is a lot of offices have the monitors in the middle of the room, and when you walk into them they feel quite dominated by the computers, and we were really keen, from what we'd learned from our previous offices, to keep the computers and the monitors to the edge of the space. So again, leaving the centre of the space for social interaction, for sort of bigger group meetings, more informal kind of meetings. I think the other thing is with the desks, we didn't want the desk to totally prioritise the monitors, so we wanted everyone to have an equal amount of space to what was dedicated to the computer, to a kind of a drawing board or drawings, or making a model or something like that. And so, yeah, we really tried to think through how we worked and how we interacted in the design of this space, and the form really kind of then was dictated by its use. And hopefully, I think that's what we want to kind of reveal through more of these vlogs. So we're going to try and do one every week. You might have noticed, if you haven't already, that it's a 360 video. So if you either scroll your mouse or you can move your phone around, you should be able to look around the space. Yeah, and we'd be really interested to see what you think. We'd be really interested to see what you think of the 360, and also what you think about our ideas. We're going to try and do lots of varied spaces. Some of them might be our own, but others might be other people's piece of architecture. It might also be sort of things out in outside public spaces, and maybe also kind of more wild spaces as well. So we'll see where it goes. Yeah, do subscribe, and any comments, do put them below, and we'd love to hear what you think.